Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're here today, we're going to be talking about how to handle having a roommate. Some of you might think this is going to be one of the hardest things ever, and honestly for me it was not, surprisingly. Not surprisingly, but surprisingly. So basically, my freshman year, I had a roommate because we're supposed to. I just had one roommate, but we did have communal bathrooms. So I shared a bathroom with like half the floor. I mean, you could go to either side's bathroom, but I usually went to the bathroom on my side of the hall. So my roommate and I, um, this is a crazy story, but basically, my roommate was in the band. So on move-in day, she was already had been moved in because she had band practice. So when I had got there, um, honestly, she was in the room asleep, and I was like, oh, I don't want to wake her up. So like my mom and my grandma were in there like trying to clean quietly, and honestly just get like my bedding on before and just like drop all my clothes off. We were gonna put that up later because I didn't even have hangers yet. We didn't buy hangers, so that was something I had to wait for in order to get. So basically, we just kind of like set up my bed, put everything in there, and just left the room and let her go to sleep. Finish sleeping because band is hard for people. They work really hard. They work late and have to get up early. And I honestly, I feel for them, and I can't imagine doing what they're doing. So props to them. But yeah, so that's what happened. So basically, we were cool. She invited me to hang out with some of her band friends because she knew, I was out of state and I didn't really know anyone. And she was really nice, but she ended up moving. I stayed in Baines, so she ended up moving from Baines to Eagleson. Um, and I guess that was to be closer with the people, to stay with people she was, in band with, which, makes a lot of sense because they have the same schedule. And I wouldn't be waking her up and she wouldn't be waking me up because she came back very late and I had an 8 a.m. We actually both had 8 a.m.s, but we just wouldn't, get in each other's way. So I ended up having, for the rest of that semester, a room to myself. So moving on, when it came towards the end of the school year, I'm not in the school year, end of the semester, we found out that we had to combine rooms. And a lot of people on the floor had either changed dorms or dropped out altogether. So we had a lot of empty rooms, so we had to combine. So I ended up combining with this girl, but honestly, I don't know why she stayed on campus because she was always at home for the most part. So she would come in like in between classes to chill in the room, and she would go to work, and sometimes after work she would just decide to go back to her house, and that was cool with me because I got to have the room to myself again, so it really wasn't like I had a roommate. Her stuff was just there. um, the only problem that I ended up having was when she would used to eat cereal in the room, and she like I used to, I'm a clean my room. I'm a little germaphobe, so and a little OCD. So I'm like, cleaning. I clean often, sweep, mop, and I didn't really think to delve deep into her side of the room because I didn't want to touch her stuff or anything like that. But come to find out, we this is a crazy story. Now that I think about this, I had two of my friends over, and one of them had gone to the bathroom. The other one, we were just waiting on her to come back, and she. I guess she was walking back to the bathroom when we looked down, and we saw a roach come from. I don't know. It was just. I think it came from near my closet or something like that. So we both scream and go running out the room. And my other friend is looking at us like, what is going on? You're crazy. So I go down to the front desk and I'm like, oh, there's a roach in my room. Um, I don't know where it went because it was going towards my closet and I was scared it was going to get in my clothes. So they had, I don't know where the roach went. I never found out. Hopefully it left. But I was like shaking out all my shoes, packed up my stuff, and I was like, oh, we gotta find somewhere to go because we're not staying in my room. And I eventually did go back to my room and spend the night, but I was kind of paranoid. After that, I had to do like a deep cleaning, and I found that she had like some crushed Cheerios in between her bed because we stay in Baines, so you couldn't move the beds or the desk. Everything was basically in place, and it's kind of hard to see in between where your desk and your bed are because it's so close together. But I swept, like I pulled back her bed sheets because they were kind of like low on the ground, and I saw that there was some Cheerios and some ants by it, and I was just horrified. I was like, Lord help me Jesus. So that was my roach story. Basically after that happened, I texted my roommate like, girl, we had a roach in the room. She didn't really come back after that. I guess the roach scared her away, and she only came back really, as I said again, in between classes, and then to move out, and that was it. So I never really, that wasn't really a problem I had with my roommate. That was just something, honestly, I couldn't really blame her for. I wasn't mad at her for that. She was really nice too. Like whenever she would go somewhere, she'd be like, hey, I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory. Do you want some cheesecake or something? And I'd be like, no, I'm good. But, and I would do the same for her because, she offered to do it for me and she had a car. And so, I never had a problem with my roommate. And even in sophomore year, my roommate and I were friends and we got along really well. We were cool. So I lucked out and really didn't have to deal with the roommate. Honestly, I didn't really stay in my room like that, so that wasn't really a problem with me. If you're like not getting along with your roommate, just don't stay in your room that much. Honestly, there's so many things you can do on campus. My friend and I used to just go walking around campus, go downtown, go to the library and do homework, go to the cafe and eat, just go sit outside, take pictures. There's a ton of stuff. You can just look up stuff that's in your area to do. If you go to NCCU, definitely go to like the flower gardens that you get in for free. All you have to do is find a place to park, and that's a great place to take pictures. That's where I take a lot of pictures. There's a ton of places downtown. You can just go downtown and explore, get to know the city you're in. I used to just go to the mall and just walk around because had nothing else to do. And this is like college. You have freedom to do just about whatever you like to do, and there's tons of organizations you can join. So definitely don't just stay in your room all the time. So that's something I definitely suggest. If you're ever having trouble with your roommate, honestly, you just need to talk it out and make an agreement. You definitely, I know you should definitely have a roommate agreement when you get there. So just figure that out. I know at NCC you don't really get to control the temperature like that, but if you can, you don't want to be fighting over the temperature. You don't want to be fighting over the temperature just seems so crazy to me. But maybe because I'm so I don't really care like that. If it's only care if it's way too hot. If it's freezing, I'm always cold, so I'ma just bundle up like I usually am. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and were able to kind of get some insight on what having a roommate is like. I hope this was helpful for you and you enjoyed my little roommate story. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.